Ich verkünde die Spiele von Berlin zur Feier der 11. Olympiade neuer Zeitrechnung als eröffnet.
The Olympic Games have begun. The best athletes in the world have come to Berlin, and 51 nations are represented here today.
I migliori atleti di 51 nazioni vi sono convenuti per disputarsi la palma del più ambito trionfo sportivo.
Les Jeux Olympiques ont commencé. Les meilleurs athlètes du monde sont rassemblés à Berlin. 51 nations sont représentées.
オリンピック競技は開始されました。大競技場を埋め尽くしている十数万の観衆の中には日の丸の小旗が
Mais de 51 nações enviaram para cá todos os seus esportistas, todos os melhores esportistas para dar o início ao grandioso Jogo Olímpico de 1936.
Die Besten der Welt sind in Berlin angetreten. 51 Nationen kämpfen um den Sieg. Im Diskuswurf beginnt Carpenter, USA.
And now for the first event, the discus throwing. It takes us right back to ancient Greece. Here's the great Carpenter of America. No throw, a foot out of the circle. Schroeder, the German world record holder, with 53.10 meters. .22. The Norwegian Solli. .48.77. Silas of Greece. 47.75. Now another American, they keep popping up. This is done. .49.36. The Swede Berg. 47.22. Leng of China. No throw. Noel of France. 44.56. Fritsch of Germany. 45.10. Oberweger of Italy. .49.23. Now Schroeder's last chance. Only 47.93. Finally, Carpenter. Here's a study in concentration. Beautiful, 50.48 meters. So America win with a new Olympic record. Throwing the discus women. The Polish girl Weissowna is the chief opponent of the German champion Gisela Mauermeier, world's record holder. 43.54. Kashima, Japan. 33.50. The Pearl Vaisovna. .69, over a meter further than Mauermeier. Shiferovna, Czechoslovakia. .03. Minishima, Japan. 37.35. Paula Mollenhauer. 39.80. Gisela Mauermeier. Only 41.64. Vaisovna, Poland again. .46.22, that'll take some beating. The Polish girl still leading. Here's Gisela Mauermeier's last chance. .47.63. New Olympic record and gold medal for Germany. The women's hurdles. First, some preliminaries. Six girls have qualified for the final of the women's hurdles. From right to left, Steuer, Germany, Testoni, Italy, Taylor, Canada, Valla, Italy, Ter Brache, Holland, and Eckert, Germany. Testoni's ahead over the first hurdle. Taylor, Canada's best, comes up. Valla of Italy and Steuer of Germany are neck to neck. Together they go ahead, and Valla flings herself to the tape first.
Throwing the hammer. Sweden, Finland and Germany should have the best chance. Row, America. .51.66 meters. That's 169 feet. Hein, Germany. .54.70, Heinz ahead. Vangård, Sweden. 54.83, 5 inches further. Bluff, Germany. .10. Kutonen, Finland. .51.90. Here's Hein again. .54.85. He's recaptured the lead. And now for the last time, Vangor of Sweden. Only 53.30. Blask of Germany. .55.04, new Olympic record. Man in, Hein of Germany. Further still, 56.49 meters. First, Hein, Germany. Second, Blask, Germany. Third, Vangor, Sweden. 100-meter heats. America's fastest sprinter, Jesse Owens at the start.
Auf die Plätze.
In 10.4 seconds. In the next heat, Borchmeyer, Germany, McPhee, Canada, Berger, Holland, and Sweeney, Great Britain stand a good chance.
Fertig. Auf die Plätze. Fertig.
Borchmeyer wins in 10.5. Still another heat. world's record! There was a following wind, so the record could not stand. And now for the final. The 6 fastest sprinters of the world are getting ready. Borschmeier, Germany. Wyckoff, America. Owens. Strandberg of Sweden, Ozendorf of Holland, and Metcalf of America. Owens is ahead. Strandberg and Borschmeier fighting. Ozendorf challenges Wyckoff. Metcalf comes up, but Owens wins in 10.3. Second, Metcalf, America. Third, Ozendorf, Holland.
The women's high jump. The crossbars set at 1.40 meters. 13 nations are represented. In 1928, Canada won. In 1932, America. Now we're wondering whether a European girl will break down America's supremacy. Here's the Canadian Bell. Carter of Australia. Now Dorothy Odom of Great Britain. Elfriede Kahn, Germany. Zak, Hungary. The bar is 1.55 meters high. Now Arden of America has her third shot. She fails and drops out. Cohen of Holland. Dora Ratjen, Germany. Here's Bell of Canada again. She's failed twice, too. Now, bad luck. She drops out. Now the bar is 1.60 meters high. Elfriede Kahn of Germany has the first shot. Zak of Hungary. Now the 16-year-old Dorothy Odom of Great Britain. Elfriede Kahn has the second shot. Now the Hungarian girl. Now the German girl's last crack at 1.60 meters. Now the jump off at 1.62 meters. Kaun, Adam and Zak fight it out between them. First, Dorothy Adam of Great Britain. She fails and drops out. Bad luck, Dorothy, but well done. Now, Elfriede Kaun. She dropped out too. The last girl in, the Hungarian. Victory and gold medal to Hungary. Second, Dorothy Adam, Great Britain. Third, Kaun, Germany. The final of the 400 meters. As spikes will have to do their job. This is a fierce race. 2 Americans, 2 Canadians, and 2 representatives of Great Britain are left in. Brown and Roberts of Great Britain, Williams and Laval of America, and Fritz and Loring of Canada. And here's Miller, the starter, taking the pistol, getting ready for the great moment. And here it is. Brown's in the outside lane there. Next to him, Williams, the American Negro. Look at Brown's tremendous stride, but he's taking it easy. He's holding his effort back rather unexpectedly. Williams is a beautiful mover. He's a Black Panther. He's not waiting, he's cutting loose. He's coming up in the back stretch, very threatening. He's gaining, hand over fist. Brown's going well, but he's leaving it too late. That Negro's dangerous. They're going into the bend. Williams will drive it home before they get into the straight. Brown's got to fight for it now. The Negro's got him. 20 yards from the straight. Williams is ahead. He's going away. Brown looks beaten. There's Roberts and Laval on the inside. Laval's going strong. Roberts is challenging him, but Williams leads. He'll do it. No, look. Brown sprinting. First, Williams of America. Second, Brown. No wonder he looks run out. And here's Laval, very happy to have taken third place.
Putting the weight. It's a serious business, this putting the weight. And the great rivals are Torrance of America, world record holder, Berlund of Finland, and Völker of Germany. Here's the German decathlon champion, Sievert. .79 meters. Now for Kunzi of Finland. .61. And next, the giant Torrance. Looks like a pea in his hand, doesn't it? Only 15.38. That's not one of his best. The Swede Berg. .01. And here is Francis of America. 15.45. Next, Stöck, another German. Now here's Berlin, champion of Finland, Völker's most dangerous rival. 16.03, a new Olympic record. Now for Völker of Germany. He's got something to beat. No, 15.96. Last shot. Better still, 16.12. Now it's Völker's last chance. He means it this time. Völker, Germany. Second, Berlin, Finland. Third, Stöck, Germany. The final of the 800 meters. Edwards of Canada is on the inside. Next to him, McCabe of Great Britain. The giant American Negro Woodruff is favorite. The Italian Lanzi is Europe's hope. Edwards takes advantage of the inside to go into the lead. Anderson, Argentine, is second. Lanzi in the dark vest, third. Edwards is still in front, but Woodruff's coming up. Kucharski of Poland, with Backhouse Australia at his heels, moves up into the lead. But Edwards, keeping to the inside, resists all attacks. Woodruff finds the way blocked and drops back. Edwards holds on with Kucharski second and Backhouse third. But now Woodruff's coming up. He challenges Edwards and takes the lead. Lanzi in the dark vest is running fifth. Edwards is fighting desperately and goes ahead once more. But where is Europe? Where is Lanzi? First, Woodruff, America. Second, Lancy, Italy. Third, Edward, Canada.
In the hop, step and jump, Japan's athletes are up against the world record holder, Metcalf of Australia. Japan's supremacy at this event is threatened. The finals are beginning. This is Romero of America. .08 meters. Rajasari of Finland, the European champion. 14.59 meters. Richardson of Canada. No jump. Wellner of Germany. 15.27 meters. Oshima, Japan. .07 meters. Tajima, Japan. 15.76, new Olympic record. Metcalf of Australia. .50 meters. Harada, Japan. 15.66 meters. Now Tajima, Japan. 16 meters, new world record and gold medal for Japan. The men's long jump final. The great Negro athlete, Jesse Owens of America, is up against the German Lutz Lang. .754 meters. Owens. .774 meters. Long again. .784 meters. Owens. .787 meters. Lutz Lang's last jump. Also 7.87 meters, a new European record. The amazing Owens again. .06 meters. First, Owens of America, a new world record, 26 feet 5 inches. Second, Long of Germany. Third, Tajima, Japan. The final of the 1500 meters, the greatest race of the games. Bacali in the dark vest on the inside goes ahead. Corns of Great Britain passes him to make the running. Now, Völker of Germany comes into third place. Corns holds his lead. Völker comes up on the straight, passes Bacali, now Corns. And so into the second lap. Corns is ahead again now. Here's Cunningham's thick-set figure, forging ahead on the back stretch, with Lovelock all in black just behind him. Cunningham leads. Schomburg makes a thrust to take second place. So into the straight for the second time, Cunningham, Schomburg, Lovelock, Bacali, Corns. Now the fair-haired Nye of Sweden comes up on the outside. 2 laps to go. Nye runs into second place. Into the back stretch, Cunningham, Nye, Lovelock, Bacali, Schomburg, Corns. Nye comes up on the bend. Into the straight again. Nye and Cunningham fighting it out. Lovelock third. Now the last lap. There comes Lovelock, running like a train. Nice got his boat. Bacali's third.
Record.
First, Lovelock, New Zealand. Second, Cunningham, America. Third, Bacali, Italy. The first 5 runners were inside the old Olympic record. Corns of Great Britain was 6th, only a 1/5 of a second outside it. The men's high jump. The bar is 1.85 meters high. That's 6 feet 1 inch. Thurber, America. Castro Melo, Brazil. Asakuma, Japan. Toribio, the Philippines. The bar is now 1.90 meters high. That's 6 feet 3 inches. Yata, Japan. Kotkas, Finland. Weinkutz, Germany. Tanaka, Japan. Asakuma, Japan. Al Britain of America. Johnson of America. The bar is now 1.97 meters high. That's 6 feet 5.5 inches. And here's Asakuma, Japan. Kalima, Finland. Weinkutz, Germany. Now they all drop out. Tanaka, Japan. He drops out too. Yata, Japan. Out of America. Now Britain of America. And Johnson of America. The bars now 2.03 meters high. That's 6 feet 8 inches. Only 4 men are left in. Here's Kotkas of Finland, Europe's best jumper. He's out. Now Thurber of America. He can't manage it either, and America's great Negroes have the field to themselves. Al Britton. Now Johnson. First, Johnson, America, a new Olympic record of 6 foot 8 inches. Second, Al Britton, America. Third, Thurber, America. The men's 110 meters hurdles, a preliminary heat. The second semi-final. The runners are, from left to right, Lavery, South Africa, Finlay, Great Britain, Pollard, the American Negro, Ivanovic, Yugoslavia, O'Connor, Canada, and Wegener, Germany. In the other semi-final, Forrest Towns of America won in the world record time of 14.1 seconds. Finlay and Pollard are his great rivals. Obviously, the fight's between them in the race before us now. Hello, Finlay's just touched the hurdle. That seems to bring Pollard ahead. No, Pollard's knocked one right over. That'll check him. Here's Finlay coming up. They're neck to neck over the last flight. Their steps are perfectly synchronized, but in the last burst, Finlay's stride just carries him ahead. O'Connor of Canada runs into third place to qualify for the final. Here's Forrest Towns getting ready for the fight of his life. Now Pollard, a dangerous rival. The start of the final. Nearest us is Pollard, America, O'Connor, Canada, Thornton, Great Britain, Lidman, Sweden, Forrest Towns, America, and Finlay, Great Britain, on the far side. Finlay and Towns lead over the first flight. Towns is drawing away from Finlay. What a beautiful action. Here's Pollard coming up nearest to us, challenging Towns. But Towns makes a last effort and goes on to win in 14.2 seconds. Again, Finlay just beat Pollard on the run-in to take second place for Great Britain. Pollard, third.
Los Angeles, 3 Finns were in front. 60 meters to qualify, 197 feet. Nikkanen, Finland. Toivonen, Finland. Rhine, Czechoslovakia. Vatnes, Iceland. Derry, America. Ueno, Japan. Toivonen, Finland again. Matti Järvinen, Finland. World record holder with 76.66 meters and winner at Los Angeles. The Hungarian Varsnegi. Järvinen, Finland again. Appervall, Sweden. Now the German Stuck. Toivonen, Finland. Nikkanen, Finland. .77 meters. Now Stuck again. Finland lose for the first time, and Germany win the javelin. The start of the 10,000 meters. The British Potts and Eaton force their way into the lead. The tall Burns is fourth. Now he is coming up with Askola the Finn. Potts and Burns lead now, with Eaton third. But here comes little Murakoso, Japan. Murakoso is leading. Further, the field is strung out. Singh of India is already a lap behind. The Japanese is still ahead, with Salminen of Finland second. Then Noji of Poland. Askola and Isoholo of Finland follow. Burns, Great Britain sixth. Murakoso holds on to the lead. The order is still unchanged. Askola spurt. Past Noji. Into third position, keeps on moving up to Salminen. Now is abreast of Salminen, and the Finns have a little chat. Their moment has not yet come, and Askola drops back again. Isoholo spurt, passes Noji to fourth place, and now the Finns are all together, running in close formation behind Murakoso. Burns has dropped back too. Murakoso sets a terrific pace, yet Askola moves up again to Salminen. Another word or two, and this time he goes ahead. The Japanese second string loses a lap. Salminen third. Isoholo fourth. Nogi of Poland hangs on fifth. The Finns are driving Murakoso. The Finns are lengthening their stride. They are challenging. The Finns have gone ahead. Both Escola and Isoholo have passed the Japanese. Now Salminen has passed him too. The Finnish trio lead the field. First Isoholo, second Escola, third Salminen. Not faltered, and yet little Murakoso attacks them again. He is coming up. He is drawing level with Salminen. He is into third place. Murakoso has dropped back. Salminen leads with Escola second and Isoholo third. The last lap. Now for Finland's final effort. Now even Nogi has lost the lap. About 200 meters to go. The Finns are all alone to fight it out amongst themselves. Salminen, Finland. Second, Escola, Finland. Third, Isoholo, Finland. And brave little Murakoso fourth.
The final round of the pole vault has just begun. 25 have qualified by clearing 3.80 meters. That's approximately 12 foot 6. We're still at the stadium, although it's dark. The winner of the pole vault hasn't been found yet. It's working up to a dramatic climax, though, and the last man left in have been vaulting for 5 hours on end. There are 3 Americans and 2 Japanese. It's Los Angeles over again. The crossbar is set at a height of 4.25 meters. Here's Oe, Japan. Oh, well, he must be tired. Oe's second attempt. The powerful American world record holder. Graeber's world record stands at 4.37 meters. Graeber's second shot. Now Graeber's last chance. He drops out. Nishida, Japanese champion. Sefton of America. Here comes the third American, Meadows. Well, another shot for young Meadows. The height of the crossbar is now 4.35 meters. 2 Americans against 2 Japanese in the last round. Oe begins. Nope, he's out. them. He's out too. Nishida and Meadows, it's still Japan and America. Nishida. Well, Japan have shot their boat. And how about Meadows?
Victory to America!
First, Meadows, America. Second, Nishida, Japan. Third, Oe, Japan. The final of the women's 400 meters relay. Germany, England, America, Canada, Holland, and Italy are in the final. The German relay team ran in world's record time during the heats, its favorite for this race. Gives Germany a fine lead. The Dutch girl and the Canadian started in the outside lane, losing to her foot by foot. Germany's leading at the first change. Albus hands over to Kraus. Kraus is gaining slowly but surely on the Canadian Dawson. She spurts faster. This is the race of her life. Now she's overtaking the Dutch girl, Cohen, and Germany's lead increased at the second change. Gollinger takes the baton. Dashes off like an arrow. She's 6, 8, 10 meters ahead of the other girls. Looks as if a German victory is a certainty. Gully hands the baton to Durfield at the last change, but Durfield drops it. Bad luck. The way's clear for America, but Burke, the English girl, makes a desperate effort, but America's Helen Stevens is first at the tape. Second, Great Britain. Third, Canada. The men's 400 meters relay. The teams in the final are Argentine on the inside lane, Germany next, then Holland, America, Italy, and Canada on the outside. Jesse Owens, American Negro, the world's fastest sprinter, sets a terrific pace from the start and passes the Italian Mariani easily to hand over to Metcalf. He flashes ahead, faster, faster, past Hamburg, Canada, to send Draper away, the second change. And Draper, look how he's moving. He's clear. He's taken off the rest of the field in the curve. And the last change, Frankie Wyckoff shoots off. They can't possibly catch him. He's hurling himself down the straight to victory for America and a new world record of 39.8 seconds. Second, Italy. Third, Germany. There's Özendorf of Holland in front there, looking miserable. He dropped the baton. final of the 1600 meters relay race. The nations left in are Great Britain, Germany, America, Canada, Sweden, and Hungary. Great Britain are in the outside lane.
And there's Wolf. And Wolf goes off like a thunderbolt, a grand start. He must get the lead if he can. It's all important for Great Britain. But look, there's Fritz of Canada pounding after him, wiry and strong. He's dangerous, this Fritz. Wolf's laboring a bit. Looks like a man short of really hard practice. He's going to have a job to hold it. There's Fritz going smoothly, easily, moving like the wind. He's biding his time. Wolf's running himself out. He's in difficulties, but he sticks at it. He's only 5 yards ahead now. Now 4. Now Fritz is striking. He's going up. The gap's lessening with every pace. Wolf's dropping back. He can't hold it. They're neck to neck now. Fritz and Wolf. There's the American Kegel coming up fast. But Fritz leads, then Kegel, and Wolf third. So Canada passed the baton first.
Now Edward takes it over. He means to make the most of his last chance. But America is coming up. Young is steadily gaining. He seems quite fresh. But just as he challenges Edwards for the lead, Rampling comes up with a rush from behind and passes both with a terrific burst of speed. Rampling has put Great Britain ahead.
Now it's up to Roberts for Great Britain. Roberts, tough and wiry with a great start from Rampling. He's going ahead, surging on, but O'Brien of America's there behind him. Broad shouldered O'Brien, counter-attacking. It's between Great Britain and America now. Roberts holds his lead, but O'Brien's thrusting, making his effort. Roberts knows he's there. What a race it is. Roberts and O'Brien fighting it out. David and Goliath, they look like. It's a huge run-bursting sprint, this 400 meters. Now Roberts has it. Here comes his effort, every ounce into it. He's going up. 1 yard, 2. What a runner. O'Brien's beaten, 3 yards behind. Roberts, running gloriously, goes away to give Great Britain a winning lead in the last lap.
And here is Great Britain's best man. Here is Brown, the fastest quarter-miler of the white race. America's last man in, Fitch, is moving up. Can Brown hold out against him? Fitch is gaining steadily as they pass from the first bend into the back stretch. It is a great duel between Great Britain and America. The rest of the field are nowhere now. Fitch strains every nerve for a desperate challenge around the last bend. He is gaining inch by inch and foot by foot. Now he is a bare 2 yards behind Brown as they come into the finishing straight. But the Britisher has reserved his strength for a final effort. And drawing away from the American, Brown spurts down the straight onto the tape to win the 1600-meter relay for Great Britain. First, Great Britain. Second, America. Third, Germany. And Canada, fourth.
Marathon race, the biggest endurance test for athletes. Over 26 miles to the finish, 58 runners, the best in the world. Zabola, Argentine, who won at Los Angeles, hopes to win again. But the Japanese runners are dangerous. Nan's the favorite, but Son's good too. Then there are the Finns, and Eddie Harper of Great Britain, the South Africans, Coleman and Gibson. They'll all press Zabola hard. The runners are leaving the stadium. Zabola's leading.
course of the marathon. This is kilometer 8 calling. The man ahead, Zavala, Argentine. Second, Diaz of Portugal. Third, Son, Japan, and Harper, Great Britain.
Zabala still leading. Son and the Yorkshireman Harper are running side by side in second place. Diaz of Portugal is fourth, with Enochson of Sweden and the South African Coleman next. The three men from Finland, as usual, are running in close formation, confident and menacing. They've still got 13 miles to go.
This is the observer at the Kaiser Wilhelm Tor. They've covered 35 kilometers already. Zabala, the winner of Los Angeles, has collapsed about 3 miles back. Son of Japan is leading.
Kitty Son, Japan. Second, Harper, Great Britain. Third, Nan, Japan. Finland. Fifth, Moinonen, Finland. Sixth, Perlman, South Africa. Seventh, Robertson, Great Britain.